We are live. Woo! I'm going to put on some music and we'll wait for our special guest, Mr. Brentar. Welcome to Nez Studios. God bless the stream, all who sail upon her, all who watch, lurk, and check that replay, including Native Grammy. I love you, Native Grammy. Right, let me see if I can't get to where I can see what's going on. This is like only my third my third stream. We are waiting for Mr. Brentar. Woo! Hello, everybody. I'm trying to see where I can. There we go. There's Krista NH girl. Hi, honey. We're waiting for Mr. Brentar. There. Okay, now I can see. How are you doing, beautiful lady? Mr. Brentar has an awesome. Okay, there's Mr. Brentar.
I can't. There I am. I can't see
Yay!
you.
All right, are you there, Jim? There's Mr. Brentar. Woo!
I'm here. I can't
Hold
see
on,
you.
Let me turn the volume down here. Okay, actually, I'll just keep it low. Whenever you want to start talking or singing or playing or whatever you want to do, Jim, by gum, you just go ahead and do it. I'm just getting my camera set up, so hold on just a minute. How are you? How's Mary Kay? What's going on?
I'm hanging in there. I'm not at my.
Hold on just a minute. How are you? How's Mary Kay? What's going on?
I'm hanging in there. I'm not
Hold
at
on,
my absolute best, but howdy.
Okay.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, last time I saw you in person was before the plague took over the world, and one can go traveling without as much worry and care as one needs now. But thank you.
Well, you're safe here. You're not going to get anything if you come here, so you know where to find. Well, actually, I'm in a new place now, so next time you come this way, you'll be seeing me in a new place.
Well,
and there's room to play in my kitchen. You can actually play a tune in my kitchen if you want to. So, how's Mary Kay? Everybody okay?
Mary Kay is okay. As you probably know, she has some memory issues and some disability issues. So she actually went to bed early tonight. So she's upstairs right now. But
love to Mary Kay.
Your greetings to her. Yeah, the
hello.
main reason.
Let me say hello to the artist. That's Sister Willie. She's the artist formerly known as Crackhead Willie. She's awesome. She sent me some beautiful things, Jim. And let's see who else is here. Krista NH girl. That's all I can see at the moment.
Hi, Krista. Hi, the artist. Thank you all for coming.
There's Sheba. That's our friend Lori, and her one channel's got a problem, so she's using her Sheba channel. Hi, Lori. I gotta go grab your book, Jim. It's right here. I can reach it.
There I go. Now I can see the comments.
It took a moment
since I've done this.
The book is The Researcher, the author Jim Brentar. It says James Brentar. And you can find it on Target online. Is that correct, Jim? Did I get that right?
That is correct. You have it right. This is my copy of it. One of my copies. I have some author copies on order, and I have 2 left of my first order of author copies. And so far, I've sold at least 6 of them, so that's good.
Wow! And congratulations!
Today is indeed the official release day for the book.
Some people got theirs. I'm so glad to celebrate that with you, Jim.
And so I just wanted to do something today to kind of celebrate that milestone, because
it is a milestone, and you're so multiply talented.
This took a lot of work. I wrote the first draft back in 2018. It's also probably the year that some of you first met me, and probably in Mark Jones' live stream, or in Salvador Van Gogh's live stream.
Yeah, I met you at Mark's. Yep.
And I was having a bad year that year. I suffer from depression, and
yeah, so do I.
My depression was particularly severe that year. I had moved out of this house here and into a spare bedroom of a friend of mine, and I was looking at the possibility of having little or no money to live on for an indefinite period, and I just had this idea for a novel. And so I started playing around with it, and after a couple of days of writing, I noticed I had hit like 4,000 words. Now, when you're writing, word count is important, and a novel is usually somewhere between 60,000 and 100,000 words. Some are longer, especially if you're a known author who is a best-selling author. You can get away with that. For an author just starting out, I wouldn't recommend trying to get a 100,000 plus word book published unless you self-publish it. But So I decided, well, let's see how long I can keep this up. I just sat and write, and writing helped me through the depression. When I was thinking about what's happening to Bill Task and friends in this novel, I wasn't thinking negative thoughts. So I kept up the pace. I was doing like 2,000 words a day. And for those who know about writing, that's like Stephen King pace. Stephen King writes like 2,000 words a day, and I have yet to match that pace again with any of my other writing projects, but I did pretty well there. I got the first draft done in less than 3 months, and it wasn't a hugely long novel, but it was the first novel length thing I had ever written. I'd written short stories before, and I'd even go so far as to wrote a novella, a science fiction novella that I'm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
To this day, but that was the longest thing I had ever written. And so when I was done writing it, I went and I rewrote it. I took out my pen, I printed it out, I marked it all up, I made some changes. And I did that again, and I did that again, and wow, it's like it was something other than complete and utter crap. Here's one tip if you want to get into writing. Your first draft is going to be bad. It's just gonna. Stephen King's first drafts are bad. He won't let anybody look at his first drafts. He won't know his editor see them until he's gone over them and at least done one rewrite. So I got to a point where I felt, okay, I would like to be able to show it to other people, get some feedback. And as I found, similar to with my songwriting, it's hard to get good feedback. People will say things like, oh, it's nice, or they look at the length of it and say, well, I don't really have time right now. So in 2000, it was late 2019, I joined a group called Literary Cleveland, a sort of organization for writers and readers, but mostly writers, to have this organization that supports local writers and their reading community that supports them.
Now, was this something, Jim, you would attend in person? I think I remember you talking about going to one of these meetings or whatever. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, in late 2019, I went to a sort of Christmas holiday end of year celebration for Literary Cleveland, and me being rather shy by nature, I'm a lot more outgoing online than I ever am in person. In person, I'm the guy who sits in the corner and never says anything. But I actually went to it. I tried to talk to a few people. It wasn't, all that successful, but at least I did it. I got out there. Then a couple months later, it was I think early February 2020. Literary Cleveland they have all kinds of workshops and events, and this one workshop was, hey, are you part of a writers group? Would you like to be part of a writers group? Sort of like a, sort of meet and greet, sort of dating set, so you can find writing critique partners who can read each other's work. So I found 3 or 4 other people who are working on novels, and we formed a group. It's sort of called the Greatest Cleveland Area Writing Group right now, but that's just an unofficial name. But I started to get feedback on that. In the meantime, I had kept writing. When I finished that one, I had this bizarre idea for a Harry Potter novel.
I remember.
I wrote a Harry Potter novel. Now, is that the one I shared with you, Nez?
Yes, it is. And let me pause just a moment to say hi to all the fine people who have come to the stream to see you, Jim. Krista NH Girl, we've got Bottle Caps. Hey, Bottle Caps, we got Cowboy. We got Nicole. Nicole, you're not on our list, but if Autumn wants to grab it, that would be great. Autumn, I love you, dear. White Tupac, quit YouTube, folks. Thanks for coming by, White Tupac. Thanks, everybody, for coming on by. Pardon me, I'm going to be paying attention to Mr. Brentar. You guys can chill out and listen to my good friend talk about his book. Maybe he'll be inclined to do a song for us later. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, okay, Jim. There you go.
Yeah. But anyway, I kept on writing even through all this. I had gotten a job at a gas station convenience store. If you live in like Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, you may have heard of GetGo. I had taken a job at a GetGo just so I could have some money to live on while I was staying with my friend Steve. Right. And it was, you can imagine what the job is like. I don't need to describe it to you, do I?
That's okay. Anyway. You talk about whatever you want to talk about, Jim.
So I wrote a Harry Potter novel then, and
I liked how you started that one out. I liked that. Yes.
Yeah, it's not really conventionally publishable because I don't own the copyrights to J.K. Rowling's work, and some of it is more than just copyrighted; it's trademarked, which is even worse. So it's not something that you'll ever.
To me, it was a lot like fan art. It was like you took something that was done and you just made your own thing from it, from a fan point of view. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So I could conceivably, share it online for free as fan fiction. J.K. Rowling is usually pretty good about letting people do that. So I could do that, but it's not high on the priority list. So next thing I did is, this was my first novel. I've actually already written the sequel to it.
Did you really? Oh, yeah. My goodness. That's so cool.
That was the next one.
I saw you.
That was my third novel. It's the working title is The Researcher and the Restaurant Lady, which is a god-awful title. I'll have to change it at some point. But
revision, Jim.
But anyway, that is on the agenda. And next, I wrote a science fiction novel about a mysterious plague that takes over the world, a virus that doesn't actually kill anyone directly, but it makes people start to have hallucinations. And so I wrote this science fiction novel about this virus that spreads worldwide and gives everybody hallucinations. And this one little band of hippie misfit outcasts must try to save the world from this virus. And it is something that may or may not ever see the light of day because it's got like about 100 characters and the plot develops a little slowly and it's going to need a lot of work if it ever sees the light of day. But that was my fourth novel, The Hallucination Virus. And I'm working on a fifth novel right now. It doesn't have a name yet, but it's set in a world about 800 years from now in which plagues have wiped out 90% of the world's population, and much of the human race survived by segregating themselves to these quarantine bunker communities. And my main character is innocent guy who's very shy and happy to be in this little safe cocoon, finds out that there's very wrong things going on in his bunker community, and he has to try to deal with them, and not only there, but in the outside world as well, where those that survived the plagues started to rebuild outside civilization, and there's conflict approaching between the quarantine bunkered communities and this outside civilization that grew from the survivors of the plague. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm at like 65,000 let me check. I got it on the screen over here. 67,289 words. That's where I'm at on that one. Anyway, back to this one. I gave it to my critique group that I talked about, chapter by chapter, and they gave me feedback on it. Told me a lot of things that were wrong with it or not working too well, and I fixed it up yet some more. And then, okay, what's my next step? I tried to get a couple beta readers. If you're unfamiliar with the writing and publishing process, usually, you write your first draft, you do at least one set of revisions, and you get feedback. Once you've gotten some feedback or editing done, there's something called beta readers, which read the updated version and give you feedback on it. Preferably people who are more readers than writers, but anyone who's willing is a good choice because I found it really hard to find anyone willing to do it. So then I decided, well, I'm going to try to get it published. And I'd gotten some advice from some actual published writers that said, hire an editor.
Yes, hire an editor. Somebody, there's a lady here in the chat who's visually impaired, and she was inquiring if any of your books are going to be available on audio.
Good question. Money is the big stumbling block. If I want an audiobook version, I would want it professionally recorded, and everyone I know who does professional recording charges money for it. And so I've already spent money on editing and cover design and copyright registration and ISBN numbers. So as it stands right now, I've got to sell, at least a couple hundred copies of it just to break even. And unless a audiobook version can sell enough to make back what I would spend on it, it's not in the cards right now, right yet. Maybe someday, who knows?
Maybe you could even let, like our friend Scully, who he himself is an author, and he'll read his books, he'll read other people's things. I don't know if you thought about having somebody, be live and read excerpts, if that's an option you wanted to look into or not. I know Scully would be he'd be all about it. He'd love to help you, I'm sure.
Well, excerpts
if you were interested.
Great. But for an audio book, that needs next level quality. So it's not in the cards right now, but it may yet happen. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how well it sells. So
I hope that does become a reality. I know there's people that would love to have the audio. So, you said you're working on the third? You're working on the third?
On my fifth novel.
Your fifth novel. Wow.
Yes.
I remember a couple years ago, Jim, every live stream I had, you were just giving us the countdown of how many words you'd accomplished in that day, you know. My goodness.
Well, once upon a time, I would turn on a live stream and then have it playing in the background, switch over to writing and write while the live stream was going on. The whole live stream thing got a little sour for me for a while, so I haven't done that many live streams since then. But I usually stop by yours most every day. If I don't make a comment or anything, I usually stop in and click like, but I usually don't stay very long.
I know that is the Jim Brentar phrase. I can't stay long. I know you got things to do, but I'm very happy when you do come by, Jim. Thank you so much. Let me pause to say, White Tupac, don't worry about it. Everything's okay. Who else? Ariel Williams came in. Thank you so much. Thanks again, everybody. Derby, I saw you. I saw you, Derby. I don't think I didn't see you.
Hi, Derby.
Thanks again, everybody who came in. Thanks for hanging out with me and Jim Brentar. Okay, Jim. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Hi, Ariel, Tupac, Autumn, Nicole.
I've known White Tupac longer than I've known you. He's one of my original subscribers. That's how long I've known him. My goodness. And welcome, Nicole. You're new to the stream. Thank you. Thank you, Kayla, for coming from White Wolf. White Wolf was going live. You guys remember White Wolf? He hit 300 subscribers. So congrats to White Wolf. All right. Okay, go ahead, Jim. Yeah. Just plow right over me.
I got an editor to read it and tell me what was working, what wasn't working, and he pointed out every single mistake I made in terms of legal matters and police procedures. And I made a bunch. And he pointed out every single one of them, and he kept on me, to...
How far off were you? Were you close in the ballpark, or were you just way, way off? And legally speaking, when you were writing about legal matters?
Some of my worst sins were charges of tampering and obstruction were a major plot point, and I had based the charges on something trumped up by a crooked cop and a compliant prosecutor. But he said, no, it's not believable. There is no prosecutor that's going to rubber stamp something like that. And so I had to come up with something that worked better in terms of realistic, tampering and obstruction charges. And it did work better.
So how did you do that? Did you end up consulting with someone in the legal profession? Did you talk to a lawyer? Did you go to the library? I mean, how did you solve that problem, Jim?
Well, I thought I knew a lot because, I've read widely throughout my life, but it turns out I didn't know quite enough. And I mostly relied on the expertise of the editor who has edited hundreds of books. And, he lives in England, but he worked in America for much of his early career. And he knew anything about the size of departments, roles within departments, procedures that they have to follow, etc. So that improved it anymore. And then he pointed out what spelling, grammar, punctuation errors I had missed, which weren't that many at that point. And so then I thought about trying to find an agent. Because most publishers will not accept unagented submissions.
I've heard that.
Yeah, some smaller publishers will, but most publishers won't. You got to find an agent first. And finding an agent, I've talked with other writers about this, and it's sort of like Well, you got to find the right one who believes in you, who believes in your book, and who has the connections. And finding that person is like finding a needle in a haystack. I spent an hour one day trying to look up different agents and what they're looking for. And after an hour of looking, I found one agent that was a maybe. And I thought, screw this. I don't want to spend 40 hours a week looking for an agent. So I decided to self-publish it. So I published the ebook through Amazon Kindle, and I published the paperback through Ingram Spark, and it's now available through Amazon, through Barnes & Noble, through Target, through there's almost anyone who sells books online can get it.
Jim, I'm sorry, Jim. If you give me the links or the info in Messenger, I'll be more than happy to, do a promo, get that information out there where people can find your book besides just Target. So I just wanted to tell you that. So, okay, go ahead.
Probably can't do it tonight, but I will.
No, it don't have to be tonight. I'm just saying, put that in your cap and send that my way when you can.
So,
did you see the promo video I did for tonight, Jim?
I didn't watch it in its entirety. I saw the thumbnail and I was trying to get a couple things ready, and I still haven't done kitchen cleanup yet.
Oh, damn it, Jim. Get on that kitchen. Just sing the Billy Do Your Dishes song and only put Jim's name where Billy would normally go. Quando, 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 Jim.
It's life. Life happens.
It does. It does happen.
Want clean dishes and clean pots and pans, you have to clean the pans. So that's life. So,
thanks again, everybody, for coming out and showing love and support, not just to me and my channel, but to Mr. Jim Brentar. Thank you for coming, Jim. I'm not booting you out the door. I'm just saying thank you for coming. I'm glad you're here. I'm happy to celebrate this with you.
Look, I mean, some of you already know me from my artwork.
Oh, your artwork. Yeah. He's a bit of an artist, is that, Jim?
I still occasionally draw something.
Good.
This is
other than attention, right? Okay.
This is
isn't that weird to try and get oriented? Move slowly towards the camera with that, Jim. I need my glasses. I need my glasses to find my glasses, Jim. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, it's like a technical schematic mixed with hieroglyphics and modern art. That's the Brentar method right there. Look at that. I couldn't do that if I tried.
I still occasionally draw something, but I've gotten more satisfaction lately from writing than from drawing, so I've been spending a lot more time on writing.
I've noticed, but as long as you are benefiting from the therapeutic value, expressing yourself, getting your artwork out there, whether it's written, whether it's music, whether it's fine art, you're doing it, Jim. You're plugging away. You've been going at it, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm proud of you getting your book published. And well, Jim, it's just awesome. This is a great thing to celebrate with you.
And others of you might know me from...
Where's my hat? Every day you wear my hat, and now you don't wear my hat. I love the hat. You don't have to wear the hat, Jim. I just wanted to see the hat. I just wondered where it was.
It covers up my bald spot. Anyway.
Oh, we get to see more of the room now. That's where Mary Kay usually sits over there when she's sitting there with you.
Yeah.
In the background, Jim's got some artwork. He's got something that I gave to him.
Some of you might know me from music.
Oh, Jim's live streams are like sitting around a campfire. If he ever goes live again for music, get your butt there. It's really fun. I'm hoping you'll do it again sometime before Jesus comes back.
on this thing. And in case you don't know what it is, it's an auto harp. So this is what I was going to do because I've lost my calluses. I don't have calluses on my fingertips anymore, so it's hard to play anything. But this, all you have to do is press a button and you can get.
Ooh. Very cool. Very
As you
cool.
can probably hear, it's badly out of tune. Tuners and this little device like a piano tuner that you need to tune it with. And friction tuners were once state of the art. That was the thing in musical instrument manufacturings. And it's no longer state of the art. So I'm not going to play you anything.
Okay, it's still cool. Derby says cool. Derby likes it. Derby likes it.
But because I promised a song, I will try to play one on guitar, even though just playing one song is probably going to give me blisters. But just because I promised a song, I will do a song.
Thank you.
So let's see if I can do this. It's an original I wrote for Mary Kay. It's called Hugs and Kisses.
All right.
Bought you candy, brought you flowers, cooked and cleaned for hours and hours. Said that pleasure no more. Hugs and kisses, and that's for sure. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. I'm gonna give you hugs and kisses, gonna give you all right. Hugs and kisses tonight. Bought you brand new diamond ring, but you tell me it don't mean a thing. Don't mean love unless it's got rich. Hugs and kisses, they're really hot. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. I'm gonna give you hugs and kisses, gonna give you all. Hugs and kisses tonight. Well, I give you everything I have, just do it just right. Make come true all your dreams and wishes. Everything you want until we time again. Everything except the hugs and kisses. Well, you do everything you want in your love. It come true all your dreams and wishes. You got everything you want, you tell me time again. Everything except the hugs and kisses. Brought you things, I brought you cash, I wash your dish, got cash. Said things that's good to eat. It's not what you need. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. I'm gonna give you hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses tonight. Hugs and kisses tonight. Hugs and kisses tonight.
Yay! What a treat. This hasn't happened since my birthday, Jim. Oh, I'm so glad you could come on and do this. That's great. I miss your live streams, Jim. I'm not going to lie to you. I know things happen and you got to be in the mood and you got to feel it. You don't want to do it if you don't feel it. But I hope you feel it again sometime because your live streams are a lot of fun, Jim.
Yeah,
lots of fun.
I don't know whether I will pick that up again or not. It does take some prep. I have to have something in mind for the live stream. I can't just wing it. I have to have something.
Oh, I don't know. I think you do a pretty good job just winging it. You did a good job. Hey, Wisconsin Greg says, here's a link to a video I made about a year ago. Jim and another artist, how they inspired my art. Well, Wisconsin Greg's been inspired by you, Mr. Brentar. Just thought you might like to know. Hello, Wisconsin. What'd you have for dinner, Wisconsin? See, you guys are inspiring each other. Mr. Brentar, I hope you get to Wisconsin Greg's channel sometime to have a look-see at the fun he has with his art, too.
I do see some of his videos.
He paints with oils mostly. He paints with oils, yeah.
I do stop by there every now and then. And hi, Greg. And I actually did copy that link and paste it into my browser, so I will watch it at some point this evening after this live stream.
Cool, cool. Derby said, great song, brother. Derby Jack enjoyed your tune there.
Of course, in England, that would be pronounced Darby. But
it's Derby Jack. Here's something kind of reminds me of you, Jim. A little bit, a little abstract.
Yeah,
that's kind of a little Brentar thing going on.
Flowers and
I call it springtime. It's one of my abstract springtime.
Cool. Very cool
it
indeed.
Made me think of you. It made me think of you.
Anyway, that's all I have prepared for this evening. If anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer them. But other than that, that's all I have prepared.
Is it okay if I read the back? Can I read the back aloud for people who haven't heard it? Okay. Well, it's called The Researcher by our friend right here, Mr. Jim Brentar. It says James Brentar, and there it is. Let me read the back to you. The Researcher. My husband's dead! This was the last thing researcher Bill Task expected to hear during his nightly telephone interviewing sessions. He never thought his attempt to help Mrs. Wall would drag him into a murder investigation with roots going back over 50 years. But did she really poison her husband? The police think so, and suspicion soon falls on Bill as well. His research skills and knowledge might not be enough to solve this murder. He must look beyond his 60-plus hours per week of work and learn to trust again after years of shutting people out. Otherwise, he may not only lose his business, but also his life. Dun, dun, dun. It's The Researcher by Jim Brentar. Please check it out. Yes. It sounds exciting. It sounds exciting. Hello, Butterbean. I see you there, honey.
Yes,
I can't wait to dig into the rest of it. I'm not all the way through it yet. I'm not all the way through it.
I am a little bit of a Renaissance man, I guess. I also have a PhD with my master's thesis research published in a major journal in the field of communication. But it's more like being a jack of all trades and master of none.
I don't know. You seem to have a mastery on quite a few things, Jim. So I wouldn't say that you are a master of none. Sammy Superstar. Hi, Sammy. Sammy's plugging his new book, Sammy.
Yes, Sammy.
There's our young friend, Sammy. Sammy is having me be one of his speakers in his online conference coming up this weekend. I'm going to be doing a talk about trolls, talking about trolls 101, how to spot them, what to do about them, yada, yada, yada. So
never
a subject near and dear to my heart.
Never feed trolls.
Never what?
Never feed trolls.
Well, I know, but sometimes they come in and raid your fridge, and what are you going to do? So you got to kick them out. out. Got to kick them out.
Yeah, kick them out.
It's going to be fun.
But don't feed them. That's my advice. I'm great at giving advice that's usually of dubious quality. It's worth what you pay for it.
Oh, Jim, I'm still laughing about podium and lectern. I'm still laughing about that years after the fact. Little joke between me and Mr. Brentar.
That's the kind of thing
I'm so glad you could come up here. I was proud of myself. Remember, I said, Jim, I made a lecture, or I made a podium, and you're like telling me what a podium was, and when in fact I'd actually made a lectern. So yeah.
It makes me good at giving feedback in my writers group, because I can point out anytime that any word is misused. But in live
you are the grammar Nazi, grammar police. Yes.
Yes.
Say hello to Peanut. Hi, Peanut. That's the Nut House. That's our friend Peanut. Hey, Peanut. Jim here just has a book he just got published, a murder mystery. The Researcher, Peanut. You can find it on Target. Jim, rattle off the other places that people can find your books besides Target.
Well, you can find it at Target.com. You can find it at BarnesandNoble.com. You can find it at Amazon. If you live in the Cleveland, Ohio area, you can find it at Loganberry Books on Larchmere or Max Books on Coventry. And any bookstore that carries any new books at all can order it through Ingram Spark, because that's why I published it through Ingram Spark, was so that it can actually get on the shelves at bookstores if any bookstore cares to order it. So you can order it through pretty much any bookstore. It's print on demand, so it's the most affordable publishing option. And as I said, I have to probably sell at least a couple hundred of them to make back what I spent on, editing, cover design.
Yeah, just said, yeah.
And ISBN numbers. How many of you are familiar with ISBN numbers?
I know what the ISBN number is, yeah.
Every book has one. It's like your sort of universal catalog number for a book. These glasses are bent.
No, so are mine. Well, Jim, I hope you get to come this way when the weather is much nicer, and it's maybe
we'll see what happens. Some of Mary Kay doesn't travel quite as easily as she used to, but we'll see. So, I'm hopeful. I'd like to be able to travel.
You never know. You never know. I hope she feels well enough.
I
know, and you drive like the wind, Jim. He drives like a maniac. Don't let him fool you.
No, actually, I'm actually grown more conservative as a driver as I've gotten older. I don't know if on YouTube you've ever watched any of the plethora of car crash dash cam videos that are out there.
I've watched some of those, the crazy drivers on the road. Boy, I'm glad I don't drive anymore, Jim. I couldn't take it. Oh, Lord, no.
Well, the thing is, you can learn from those. So you can see, okay, before
learn not to drive.
Screen, you don't immediately go into the intersection until you make sure no one's running the red light. You can sort of tell when someone's going to cut over without checking their blind spot. So I've grown rather conservative as a driver, really.
I'm so glad that you got to be on here, Jim. I'm happy I could help shout you out and shout out your book.
Are hosting this. I'm glad you're willing to have me. And speaking of Mary Kay, I've got to go get her evening medication, so I'm going to have to say so long now. But thank you, all of you who have come to participate, and thank you for your comments. I apologize if I haven't said hello to each and every one of you individually. I'm watching this on the StreamYard screen, which the comments don't flow as.
It's not as easy to read it on the StreamYard. Yeah. I know. Well, thank you, Jim.
If you haven't already done so, please consider buying my book. I will be happy to autograph it for you if you like. If you know someone who is a reader, maybe recommend it to them. And if you do buy a copy, leave a review of it. For books sold online, the reviews from buyers for readers is sometimes the biggest thing that can influence the success of a book. So thank you all.
And people can find you on Facebook. You're James Brentar on Facebook.
Yes, I have an author page, James Brentar Author, and I have my regular Facebook account, James Brentar, and I'm on YouTube. I have my music series, which I hope to get to the next one soon. It's one of those that I never put on a demo CD. It's only on the computer, so I have to go get a computer flash drive, put it on the flash drive downstairs in the recording studio, bring it back up here to my current computer, and work it from there. So, but there will be more in the music series. I'm only about halfway through all of the songs I've ever written, so.
I love it. I love hearing your music that you're bringing out of the storage bin, blowing the dust off of it. And some of them weren't so dusty. Some of them were tracks from albums of yours I've already had and listened to quite a bit. So it's just been a wonderful experience listening to you play that old music. I love it. I hope you come back again soon, Jim. And whenever you feel froggy,
Ribbit.
That's Jeremiah, Wisconsin. Greg named him. I sculpted him, and Greg named him Jeremiah. He needs a bottle of wine. He doesn't have one. But yeah, people love you, Jim, and they love seeing your artwork. And I know they'll love hearing you sing and play some more. You can come back here whenever you want, Jim. You know how to find me. Thank you for being my guest on here. That's Jim Brentar, the researcher, James Brentar. Look it up, grab it, check it out. Thank you, Jim. Yay, Mr. Brentar. Oh, God, now it's just me. Hello, everybody. Hello, YO Dino. Yes, go show Jim Brentar some love and support. Thank you. Is that Krista? You got Jim Brentar's link up there? Cool, cool. Well, I think I'm going to turn this camera around so you don't have to look at me. Did you get enough screenshots? People who get screenshots. I think we're going to try and have some fun with our art. There we go. First, let me show you Swanee, Swanvillian. Thank you. Thank you for coming by, Swanee. Swanee likes to call up bad people and give them hell on the phone. Politicians, business owners, you name it. He'll go after it. Oh, that's okay, Sandy. Thank you, Wyo. I'm glad you came in, honey. I miss you being here more often too, Wyo. You can come here anytime you want. I did this piece just a few days ago. There's White Wolf. Hi, White Wolf. You just missed Mr. Brentar. Let's put on another tune, and maybe we'll do a little bit of drawing. But there it is, right there. Thanks again, everybody, for coming by. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for showing Mr. Brentar love and support. Well, thank you, White Wolf, for coming my way. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you so much. I think we'll do a little drawing while you guys, if you need to get out of here, I understand. If you can hang out for a few, well, I would certainly appreciate it. That's up to you. Thanks, everybody who showed Jim some love and support. Thank you, Wyo. I always love having you here. Hey, Wyo, did you see? You saw that Mr. Decker's going to be going live soon. Keep an eye out, honey. He even said something about getting Richie involved. I don't really see much of Richie anymore, but it'd be nice. All right, Derby. I love you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for showing love and support, not just to me, but to Mr. Brentar as well. Once again, that book is The Researcher. It's a murder mystery by James Brentar. Please check it out. He told you all the places you can go look and find it. Barnes & Noble, Target. And he's available on Facebook. Hunt him down. Talk to him on his channel. You got any questions? I know he'll be happy to answer them for you. Good night, Derby. I need my... We're going to get our pastels tonight. Thanks for coming, Peanut. That's so nice of you. If you need to go, I understand. Remember to love one another, even in dark, creepy times. Keep loving those dark, creepy people. They need it the most. Keep praying for one another. Forgive yourself. Forgive everybody else. And tell somebody you love them before you go to bed tonight. Thank you, Peanut. I enjoy your channel as well. You're very awesome yourself. Thank you all for being here. Oh, I'm so happy you guys could be here to show some support to Mr. Brentar. He really is a Renaissance guy. He really is. Multi-talented. So nice to see so many people that used to be here when I went live every night, a lot more often. Nice to see you all here again now tonight. Thank you for coming out, not just for me, but for Mr. Brentar. You getting out of here, Peanut? Well, whoever's leaving, good night. And whoever's staying, thank you for hanging out. To shine, hush, hush, away. Shine, hush, hush. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me. I don't normally do a show on Mondays, but Mr. Brentar had said something to me last week, and naturally I was very happy to accommodate him. He's a good guy. He's a good friend. Aw, Peanut. Well, I love you people. You're my people. I gotta support my people. You guys are all supportive of me, and you're supportive of one another. Those of you that do support each other. And it doesn't take long to say hello to somebody, to hit that thumbs up, to leave a comment, something, not nothing, something. You guys are really good at that. Because you know how this works. If you want support on YouTube, you've got to take the time and invest in people and offer support to other people. As you give that out, it will come back to you. I'm living proof of that. True, people can go and buy subs, but you're buying empty subscriptions. You want organic, you want people who genuinely give you a try, like what you do, and hit your subscribe button and actively participate. Look at you, White Wolf. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for hanging in there, White Wolf. When remember you were feeling discouraged. Like we all can get discouraged. And I know YouTube isn't for everybody. I understand that. I understand sometimes people need to take a break and step away from social media and YouTube and all of that. That happens. That's okay. But you never gave up, White Wolf, and I'm very proud of you. Look where you are now. I knew when I sent you on your way, you'd come up swimming. You did great, White Wolf, and you're still doing great. If anybody in blue wants to drop a link to their own channel, if they want to share out the link to what they've done recently, Peanut, that includes you. If you want to drop off one of your music video links or a link to your last live stream, whatever, go ahead and throw that in the chat. If you've got good information you want to share, you got a Bible verse you want to share, go ahead and share that. And again, if anybody has prayer requests, I'm always happy to pray for you in the name of Jesus. And you can do what? You can put your prayer requests right there in the chat and email me. If one of my lovely moderators wants to make sure my information from my description gets put into the chat tonight, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember when White Wolf just started out. He was just teeny. What's your hands up for, White Wolf? You're doing fantastic. I'm glad you stuck around. I'm glad you didn't get discouraged and give up. And I always tell you, if you check out someone's channel and you find that that's not your thing, but maybe you know somebody that it might be their thing, please take that time to pass that information along. We all grow together. I'm so tickled. I'm so happy that Jim could join us tonight. Oh, he wanted Mom. Oh, those trolls, well, you just love them, forgive them, pray for them, block, flag, and report them as needed to however many agencies out there you need to do so. But other than that, just, they're going to do what they're going to do. And like I said, just keep praying for them. Keep on praying for them. Pardon me. I'm going to find another tune. There we go. Angel Bulldog. Wow, you missed Mr. Brentar. Angel. Here is Jim's book, The Researcher. It's a murder mystery, if that's your thing. And it's not a huge book. It's a nice, smooth, easy read. I've read some of it already. Check it out. Thank you, Autumn. How you doing, Angel? And the people we pray for on a regular basis, there's Angel Bulldog. Pray for her for health concerns of all manners, for all the people we're lifting up. Jesus knows the details. Pray for Angel Bulldog. Pray for our own Autumn right here in the chat. Pray for Raven Hawk. Pray for Hadley Cape Breton. For Derby. Derby was in here. Pray for cousin Margie and her unborn granddaughter, due in May, I believe. Due in May. Keep praying that pregnancy goes well and that little baby gets here just fine. Pray for Patty Fish, Pammy Clyde, Van Vita, and Native Grammy. Wisconsin, somebody else commented under my comment. That's crazy. How can you tell somebody they can't stop the boat? And what? That's craziness, Greg. Oh my God. Somebody's going to die that way. Whose idea is that? Go watch Wisconsin Greg's walk around. Where was it, Greg? Walk around the town you live by. Put the link to that video, Greg. It's hilarious. And you got some good footage in there, too. Mailman who's got to ride this boat to get to where he drops off some mail, but they don't stop the boat. He has to be some kind of crazy athlete, jump boat stopping. Are you kidding me? How much? They don't pay somebody enough to do that. That's crazy. Lake Geneva. Yes, Lake Geneva. He better be one well-compensated postal worker. I mean, wow. Can you imagine somebody telling you in a job interview that that's one of the things you'll be expected to do? Yes, we're not going to actually stop the boat. You're going to have to, I'd be like, what? Baking powder? Squeeze me? That doesn't even seem legal to ask that. You know what I mean? How's that legal? Just a little playing around with the pastels tonight. I need one of those blending stumps is what I need. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, it's so nice to see, like I said, so many familiar faces, people we used to see just about every night when I went live every night. Thank you all for being here. Good group of people. Two, three, four. Well, I mean, yeah, just imagine imagine having them tell you that in the interview. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you got away with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor. Open eyes will see only you. Only you got that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Oh, good, Angel, good. I'll have to put a fixative on this to keep this from smearing. Okay, Peanut. Thank you, Peanut. Other dancers may be on the floor, but my eyes will see only you. Only you got that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me. Peanut, if I had that kind of power over time and space, are you serious? Like a flower bending in the breeze, dance with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you got away with me. Stay with me, sway with me. When my marimba rhythm starts to play, hold me close, make me sway. When we dance, you got away with me. Stay with me, sway with me. There, I think we're getting it. We want to have a butler and dress like Monopoly guy. Are you sure about that, Pete? Oh my goodness. Pardon me, just finding another tune. Finding another tune, give me a minute. Let's do that mess around. Get your air piano and air saxophone ready like John Candy in the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Let's do that mess around. Oh, you can talk about the pit, barbecue. The band was jumping, the people too won't mess around. Doing a mess around. Doing a mess around. Everybody do the mess around. Oh, everybody was juiced, you can bet your soul. They did the boogie woogie, the steady roll, they can mess around. They're doing a mess around. They're doing a mess around. Everybody do the mess around. Now when I say stop, don't you move a peg. When I say go, just shake your leg and do the mess around. I declare, do the mess around. Do the mess around. Everybody do the mess around. Now let me have it there, baby. Do that saxophone. I bet he is, Adam. Yes, check out those Billy channels. Now this band's gonna play from 9 to 1. Everybody here's gonna have some fun doing the mess around. We're doing the mess around. Doing the mess around. Everybody do the mess around. Now you see that girl with the diamond ring. She knows how to shake that thing. She can mess around. I declare she can mess around. She can mess around. Everybody do the mess around. Ray Charles doing the mess around. I mean, can you hear that song ever without thinking about planes, trains, and automobiles? I know I can't. I know I can't. Oh, let me work on this just a little bit more. Let's beetle it up just a little bit. All right, welcome back, White Wolf. I am he as you are, he as you are, me, and we are all together. See how they run like pigs from a gun, see how they fly. I'm crying, sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the van to come. Corporation t-shirt, stupid bloody Tuesday. You've been a naughty boy, you let your face grow long. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggman. I am the walrus, cuckoo, Mr. City, policeman sitting pretty little policeman in a row. See how they fly like Lucy in the sky, see how they run. I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying. Yellow Coaster, dripping from a dead dog's eye. Grab her like a fishwife, playing my priestess. Been a naughty girl, you let your knickers down. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggman. I am the walrus, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Sorry, the song's been in my head and I had to get it out. Yes, all those Billy channels. Show Billy lots of love and support. Shout out to Billy when he watches that replay. You want to send him a message here in the chat and tell him you love him, you miss him, you go right ahead and do that. Expert joking smokers, don't you think the Joker laughs at you? See how they smile like pigs in a sty, see how they snide. I'm crying, Semolina Pilcher, climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Elementary penguin singing Hare Krishna. You should have seen them kicking Edgar Allan Poe. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggman. I am the walrus, cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Chupa, chupa, chupa. Reminds me of those lollipops that say chupa chups or whatever on those. You see those displays with those chupa chupa lollipops. They kind of look like big giant sweet tarts on a stick. Wow, Autumn, look at you go. She's letting it fly tonight. One good channel after the next. Not a bum in the lot. Look at you go, Autumn, spamming the chat, showing all that love and support. That is so cool. It's neat to see all of them. I know you're spamming the chat, but it's neat to see it spam the support. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. The spamming, yes. Good spamming. Oh, thank you, Autumn. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. What a great time we've had tonight. It was so nice to have Mr. Brentar join us. Now you know why I shout him out all the time, because he's so talented, and he really deserves a lot more attention and a lot more people paying attention to his music, his artwork, and his literary endeavors. I wasn't telling you no story. He's very, very talented. Please ignore my channel. Go show support to him. Aw, do you like it, White Wolf? Let's get that white in here. Let's do a little highlight, shall we? No fear. No fear at any time, on or off the tubes for any reason. We're not given a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. That's true. Let's find another tune. What's the name of that song? If you guys happen to know the name of the song, tell me. What's the name of that song? What's the name of that song? It goes la-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum, something, something bird. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di. I wish I remember the words. Well, all right, Angel Bulldog, you gotta go, honey. You go ahead and go. Thank you for being here, and thank you for showing support to Mr. Brentar. of that song? La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. Name the name of the song. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. Something, something nice. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di. I think it repeats itself twice. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. What's the name of that song? La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. What's the name of that song? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I can think of the song. It's, oh man, no. That must be wrong. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. What's the name of that song? Thanks again, everybody, for being here. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. Something shining above. La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. La-di-da-di-da-love. Keep on singing la-di-da-di-dum, loud and clear and strong. But la-di-da-di-dum, 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 dum. What's the name of that song? That's what I'm saying. What is the name of that song? Whoa! Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me. Yeah, I see the chat and the video feed's lagging a little bit, but that's okay. You're not missing anything. Wow, Autumn, you go, girl. If anybody has any suggestions for the title for tonight's piece, you just go ahead and let me know. You can email me. You can put it here in the chat. You can put it in the comments. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. Let me find one more tune. I don't know how long we've been going on. Thank you, White Wolf. Thank you. Let's hear one more tune before we say good night and get out of here. It's been a little over an hour. It's getting about that time. Let's do one more song. I'm looking. Let's do Joey DeFrancesco, Misty. Look at me. As helpless as kitten up a tree, I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get mistakes holding your hand. Walk my way. 1,000 violins begin to play. It might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own. When I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove, I get mistaken too much in love. Ooh. Thanks again, everybody who came out to show love and support, not just to me and my channel, but to Mr. Jim Brentar as well. Thank you so much. Go check out his book. Go to his channel, check out his artwork, and as you can see, he's also a very talented musician. Check out his music as well. For God's sake, people, I know that more people can head over there and hit his subscription bell. Let's jack him up to at least 200 subs. Let's see if we can't get him to 200 here soon. I would love that. Thank you so much. Share him out, tweet him out, do what you got to do. But let's get Jim Brentar lots of love and support in every way that we can. I'm going to try and set this camera up. There we go. Thanks again, everybody who came by. I'm so happy that we had a nice turnout for Mr. Brentar. And God willing, we'll have him back here showing more artwork and performing as well. I'd like to perform to sing with him, too. I think that would be fun. Trying to look at the chat. Thank you, Autumn, for all the hard work you do. Nobody does it quite like you, my dear. And I respect all the moderators that do what you do. It's not easy to throw those links out there. And I appreciated all the people who've done that for me, whether they want to believe that or not. I know it's hard work. I would go crazy trying to do all that. Thank you, Autumn. You do it so well. My spring store link is there. So far, I'll only have a sticker, just one sticker. But hopefully I'll have time to put up more things in the spring store as well. If you have ideas of what you'd like to see for merchandise from Nez Studios, if there was a piece of artwork you've seen done you'd like to see turned into merch, we can do that. So I'm open to suggestions. Thanks again, everybody. This was a lot of fun. Keep praying for one another. Pray for Billy. Pray for my children. Pray for pray for me to get my taxes done. I'm still going through receipts. I've got everything all in a row, and I've got all the papers I need. I'm just going through some receipts, making sure everything's added up correctly, before I hit that final, submit button. But we'll get there. I've got a doctor appointment later this week, so pray for that. Nothing scary, no ouchies or anything like that. But I've had medications. I've had one more medication added to my list of medications, and I've had some other medication dosages altered, and I'm feeling a lot better. I was getting real fatigued, and with thyroid that happens, certainly. But I feel a lot better now that things have been adjusted. And so hopefully I'll have a good doctor visit later this week. Don't worry about that, Autumn. You're doing just fine. Make sure you check out Sammy Superstar. He'll be doing an online conference later this week, Friday and Saturday, I'll be doing my Trolls 101 workshop on Saturday evening. So that will be fun. See Sammy Superstar for the details. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here for me and being here for Jim. Keep checking up on one another too. Keep, if somebody's been on your mind, been on your heart, go check on them. I noticed that we sometimes take for granted when we communicate so freely online, on phone or on emails or whatever. But if we don't always have a backup plan, if we don't have somebody to let us know if, say if I was going to the hospital, who in the heck would tell you guys, I would probably have to tell Diana's dad to say something if I wasn't streaming in the hospital, which I might do again if I have to. But I'm just saying, make sure for those people you're close to, tell people to, give people a way to let others know if, something happens, God forbid, with you, and you end up going to the hospital, so just a passing thought. I've had a few people over the last couple of months that I wish I would have had some kind of information or contingency plan or something. And, well, anyway, just check up on people. Keep tabs of your loved ones. I love you too, Autumn. Billy loves you too. I love all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Not sure when I'm going to go live again. Could be tomorrow night. Could be Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know yet. But God willing, we'll definitely be here Friday having fun with our art. You take good care. Enjoy the rest of the day or rest of your evening, whatever it is. Keep having lots and lots of fun with your art. And I really can't wait for Mr. Brentar to come back. And look at my crooked glasses. I really can't wait for Mr. Brentar to come back and do some more fun with his art and doing some music. I miss his live streams. It really was like sitting around a campfire. I love you guys. God bless you. Take care. God willing, we'll see each other again here real soon here in the studios. I love you. Good night and God bless. And I love you, Billy.